All right, Bobby, you're our intro guy.
Today is a special day, and today is a podcast where we talk about that special day. I'm Bobby Parker.
I'm Joey Nickel.
And I'm Wes Johnson.
Welcome to Today Is.
Welcome to the show. This is a very special show.
Like 80s.
This is
sitcom,
just like in the
very special
80s.
show.
It's a very special episode of Today Is because we are getting ready for our specials. We are filming. This is our special show about the special.
Oh, I thought it was because somebody got locked in a refrigerator while we were playing hide and go seek.
Or somebody thought they had cancer and they didn't.
I thought it was because I was here and y'all think I'm special.
Yeah, that's all of the above. Remember it was always like, somebody got hurt or something.
Yes.
Or somebody thought they had cancer and then they didn't have cancer.
Yeah,
what
was it? Different strokes when they got invited to go back to a stranger's apartment and
that was a common one. Yeah, it's like if it was a very special episode, you learned something. Like there was some sort of life lesson you needed to learn. But yeah, Wes Johnson is here. We are filming our specials in a week and 2 days. Next week on Saturday, August 8th. We are very excited. The first show is very well sold.
Yes.
I'll say well sold. That's a good way to put it.
Sold well.
I do want to point out it's not a week and 2 days from when you're listening to this podcast.
Yeah. It is I don't know what day of the week is this day we're talking about.
I don't
it's either a week from now or it's a week and a day from now.
Let's be specific. It's on Saturday, August 8th.
Yeah, there's a way to confirm.
I already said that. I said at the beginning.
If you're there on August 9th, you're going to be wrong.
Yeah.
We won't be there.
Yeah, it's August 8th. So just come on August 8th. Don't try to keep time on your own. Just come on August 8th. And it's going to be a great show. Now, we usually start with what shows you've done recently. We'll start with the guest. Wes, you been on any good shows recently?
Oh, man. Put me on the spot. Yes. Oh, I was at Christy B's in Daytona, and it was absolutely amazing.
Was that Saturday? Friday?
Saturday.
Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A week and 2 days ago, I think.
Nice. I'm going to ask who all was there.
It was me, Lee Harding, and another great comedian named Dave.
Lee is awesome to work with, so that is cool.
Yes.
And I have not been to Christy B's new room. How is it?
It looks a lot like the other room.
Okay.
But it is bigger, and I think they have a better crowd.
Nice.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
What is it? How big? Like, what does it seat? Like more than 50? Or around, or at 50,
I think,
or less than 50?
I think 50 is a good number.
Okay. That's good.
There was
good.
room. They could have put more tables in if they needed to.
Okay. 50's good.
Yeah, so they had sold 6 tickets Saturday morning. And then it filled up during the day.
Really?
Like a bus showed up, I guess.
Word got out that Wes was there.
That is what I told him. I know all these people. They came because of me.
Or all those people know you.
Yeah.
That's the
important part.
Yeah, that's the way I want to frame that.
Yeah, we don't care. I don't care if I know you. You just have to know me to come to my comedy show.
It was amazing. They laughed hard. I was adding things. It's one of those sets that I wish I had recorded.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
I've left so many good shows unrecorded. I usually have the sound for that, which does absolutely nothing for anybody but me while I go back and take notes.
Yeah, that is nice sometimes, but yeah, you're like, I got the sound on that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
Yeah.
I have to take it upon myself to listen to it for myself, which is very rarely going to happen.
Yeah, that is one where I'm like, oh, I know I had a decent variation on a joke or a nice little ad lib here. Let me go back and see exactly how I said it, and I'll just go and listen to that snippet. It's rare that I listen to a full show.
Yeah, I very rarely listen to my own full sets. What shows did you have this week, Bobby?
I had 0 shows, but the good news is I have a lot of shows coming up. And
Yes, you do.
We will talk about those later, but
You did First Coast Living, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wes, you did too. You both
I
did,
did
right?
too.
Yeah. First Coast. I don't think of that as a show. It was a blast. I love doing it. I'm very appreciative of it, but it didn't pop into my mind as a show just because it was in the middle of the morning.
Yeah. It's weird.
In broad daylight.
Yeah, well, they bring everybody, like all the cameramen, and they bring in like crew and everybody, and they set them up in chairs in front of you.
Yeah.
And then like go, and then you can hear them laughing, and the cast, the anchors or whatever, the hosts are mic'd up,
Yes.
so you can hear them talking amongst themselves. And then,
Oh, really?
yeah, they're like,
that didn't happen on my show. They must have remembered to turn off the mics and the
yeah,
anchors.
no, you could hear it. The girls, Jordan is like, oh my god, or oh man, she was laughing, but she had like a comment to herself every
Maybe they
time.
did mic. I can't remember now. Maybe they did. Maybe the anchors still had the mic. The host still had mic'd up.
So, did they have any other like notable guests on while you were there?
No,
Okay.
there was another lady who had written a book about like overcoming injuries, and she was trying to tell me about it, and you could see that she had realized that. No, I got this. It's like,
Do you know anything about overcoming injuries?
yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
Wes, I might be missing out. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So I had the great fortune. I was there the same day that a musician was there, a country singer named Katie O, from here in Jacksonville. She was on one of the seasons of The Voice. And she ended up like, I've never watched an episode of The Voice, but she ended up on like Reba McEntire's team. I didn't know they had teams, but like, and she sang in studio, and then like this last weekend, I guess she did a special performance with Lone Star when they were in town. I'm like,
nice.
like this is all like super cool. Like, and she was an absolutely wonderful young lady, just really awesome to just talk to briefly. And I'm a big fan of KDO now. I just wanted to bring that up. I'm like, wow, it was. She's one of those people. Like someday, I hope I get to say, man, I met her one time and she laughed at me talking about surfers
We were
dying.
on the same local news
Yep.
show, local morning news show.
Yes, I told one joke and I saw her eyes go real big. Like, I don't know if I should laugh at that. And
Yeah,
I
that
love
was my whole set. They
That's
cooked.
your whole career.
Yeah, they
Wes.
cooked on your day, didn't they? Somebody was
Yes.
cooking.
Oh yeah.
No.
They
Yep.
were-
They cooked on my day. They were doing that after I did my interview and performed, and then I was told, hey, you can go now if you want to, or you can stay. It's up to you. And I'm like, I do have stuff I have to do.
Yeah.
And I should.
I know. I've never hung around after the show, and they do often have food.
Yeah.
'Cause they often have somebody cooking, but I've always got something else to do in the middle of the day for some reason. I don't like. I'll go months with nothing to do in the middle of the day, and then all of a sudden on the day I go to record, I've got to make it to an appointment or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I obviously was so jealous that you guys were on First Coast Living this week. I decided to get on First Coast Living also, and I was on today. I was on this morning. I was on yesterday or the day before. I don't know when this airs. I was on Thursday. I was on First Coast Living on Thursday. Now, listen, I've been releasing my schedule. You know, I'll put up an image of like, here are the shows I'm doing with general information. Like, I'll be in this city, whatever.
Right,
Most
yeah.
comics do that. And I thought about just releasing my schedule for today because it's so much stuff. So first thing, So I wanted to get on and promote the show because we're trying to push the 9 o'clock show.
9 p.m. Come.
9 p.m. Please come to the 9 p.m. show. And I really wanted to push it, so I was like, and I talked to you guys. I was like, should I try to go on and try to just push the show, and because you guys were also performing, so
Right,
that I felt like that took up a lot of your, screen time was the performing.
Yep.
So I was like, well, I'll try to see if I can get on. So I messaged the producer, and he said, can you come on tomorrow? And this was Wednesday. I said, he said, can you come on tomorrow because another comic who was supposed to come on and promote a show had to cancel. And I was like, I was like, so what about, like, is there a chance I could get on next week? He goes, I don't have the schedule in front of me. You have to wait until tomorrow for me to look at the schedule. But it's like, you're guaranteed to get on if you come tomorrow, or we can see what happens. And there's a chance we might not have time for you next week. So I was like, I might as well do it. Now, the problem with this is that my youngest son, had a dentist appointment at 8:40.
Oh, yeah.
And the show's at 11:30 or at 11, and I was supposed to be there at 10:30. So I was like, all right, if I can get out of the dentist, I called the dentist actually, and I said, hey, how long is this going to take? Like, can I get out within an hour? If I'm out within an hour, that's fine. I've got plenty of time to make it. And she said, yeah, that it's just a cleaning, so you'll be out within an hour. I was like, great. So I texted the guy back, the producer back, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll get on the show. But I'm bringing my 8-year-old son. He'll just sit in the green room and play with his iPad. It'll be fine. He goes, okay, cool. And then I was like, wait a minute. Do you think it would be cool to bring him on air? Like, or do you not want to have a child on live television? Like, don't know what he's going to say or whatever. He goes, no, bring him on. It'll be cool. So we came up with this whole thing. I went. We decided to dress alike, and he wore one of my .05 hats.
All right.
He was going to call himself Packer Penny, because nickel and penny.
Right.
But we needed to get a .01 hat if that was going to be the case.
True.
So he was just going to be called Packer Nickel. We dressed identical. We came on the show. Everybody loved it. I fed him some lines to say. He said, please come to my dad's show so that we can have money to buy me new clothes so I can stop dressing like him. That was his line.
That's a good bit.
Yes.
It was a good bit. Everyone in the studio laughed. I feel like it was a good bit.
Is his name Packer?
His name is Packer,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. His name is Packer. Well, and then we were like, we weren't sure if we would. So my name's Joey. So he's like, what if I go by, and I don't even know if I should say this word on air, but there is a term that is a racial slur. That is a very bad racial slur in the UK, and people don't know about it here, but it's for Pakistani people. But they use it for like everybody, like Indians or whatever. They use it for everybody who they think might be Pakistani. And he's like, what if I do this? And I was like, no, you can't go by that name.
leave a comment if you know the term.
Yeah, if you know the term.
I'll be honest. I don't.
I don't either. I mean, I'm sure if I heard it.
It's like their N-word. Like, it's not good. Like, it's not a good racial term.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much, maybe.
So I was like, I told him you can go by Packer Nickel, or you can go by Pac-Man Nickel. I thought Pac-Man was pretty safe, although it is copyrighted. But he went with Packer. He wanted to be Packer Nickel.
Who copyrighted it? Pac-Man Jones?
Yep.
Nice.
Actually, I think it was Manny Pacquiao. But
okay.
So
You think it would be the video Nintendo or?
yeah, we were joking. we were just fooling. We were fooling around, Wes. We're stand-up comics, having a joke, having a laugh. Having a laugh, as the people in Europe say.
My bad. I'm still focused on Pakistani slur words.
I'll tell you after the show, as long as there are no witnesses. I just don't want that clipped. I don't want a clip of me saying that.
Does it rhyme with Joey?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say it's not a very creative one. Like it's not.
Weren't you and your family just in the UK? Mm-hmm. Is that where he's picking up this language?
So
it's a UK. I was thinking it's Pakistani. The UK people use it.
The UK people use it for Pakistani people.
All right.
So I had to train my son not to and all my family to not call my son this while we were in the UK.
None of mine rhyme with. No.
So anyway,
Mine rhyme with Joey.
What was I gonna say? Anyway, the show went great, or the episode or whatever. Are you looking it up now so you can see?
Yeah.
Let's see, what is it showing you?
We'll be back to your regularly scheduled podcast in just a moment.
Keep going, Joey.
So anyway, it was a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun. At first, he went in and out. He's like, I don't want to do it, and I was like, oh, you don't have to do it. He's like, no, I want to do it. But by the time we were on our way there, he was committed. He was excited to do it, and he had a blast. He had a really good time, and he was very happy to promote the show. And so anyway, so I had the dentist appointment at 8:40. I had First Coast Living at 11. I have this podcast we're recording now. And then we've got to go over to the theater after this to go do some preliminary things for the special. Then I have trivia tonight at 7, and then at 10, Bobby and I are going to be at Dart Bar.
Yes.
So that is my day.
Also, my friends saw that flyer and they were like, "Hey, your two buddies are doing a show at the Dart Bar. Why aren't you on that show?"
Would you like to be on that show?
Too late now, Joey.
It's
too late.
I can't afford.
They already saw.
They're
the
not
flyer.
paying us enough to have all three of us on that show.
Okay.
They're only paying us enough to have Bobby and me on that show.
That'll work.
Frankly, I believe that Joey is doing this and selected me as a favor because I have often complained about not getting into the Don't Tell comedy series.
Yeah.
And the booker is...
The booker will be on the show.
Yeah.
The booker for the Don't Tell show will be on the show.
Yeah, so I think it was more Joey.
Well, we can
who-
say it's
who-
Daisy. Like,
Oh,
we don't
okay.
have to- yeah, it's Daisy.
I was like, is there?
Yeah. No, Daisy's going to be on the show, so Bobby, we can make the introductions with Bobby and Daisy.
I've met her several times recently, and like I've met her in the past, but like recently I've spoken with her, and I still I'm gonna have to.
Also, Dave Koenig will be on the show. Honestly, I picked Dave because, well, first of all, I put it out there to ask for availability. I have a booking group. Asked for availability. Got a lot of responses. A lot of people wanted to do the show, which I was happy about, which is good.
Clip, Bobby.
What'd you say? Oh,
I-
you were you warning? Were you trigger warning Bobby on the drink? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, here's a part of the podcast we can clip.
Yeah.
Comedian breaks tooth.
This is anyway. This is what I suggest my wife does every time she doesn't want to open a can of soda because she just did her nails and she refuses.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a lot of people responded that they were available and wanted to do the show, which is great. That's good news for the future of that show. If we keep doing it, I have plenty of people that would like to do that show. But I don't know. Lately, Dave's been really hitting it. Like Dave Koenig has really been doing well at the open mics, and I felt like I wanted to see him on a professional show and see how he does.
Yeah.
He's been doing it a few years now. I've seen him on other professional shows, but I wanted to give him the chance. I'd never booked him on a show before, so I wanted to give him a chance, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, that is tonight. So 8 in the morning. I'll probably get home after midnight tonight. So like we're 8 in the morning till like 12:30 at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's my day today.
Yeah.
All fun except for the dentist.
I mean that's kind of thrilling.
Well, I mean it was fine for me. I just sat there and listened, did nothing, while he was getting his teeth cleaned. But other than that, I did have some pretty awesome shows last week. I went to Venice, Florida, and did the Comedy Corner in Venice.
I'm so glad you clarified Florida.
Yeah, I went to Venice, Florida. I did not know there was a Venice, Florida, until I got booked to do that show. It turns out it's the shark tooth capital of Florida.
Ooh.
And I brought my family. They booked me in the suite, so I could bring my family. We had a
Nice.
2-room suite. It is a Ramada, so still a suite. But,
Yeah.
but it is a Ramada, and it was. But it's like they're trying to upscale it. Like they're kind of remodeling it to make it more like a boutique hotel. It's called the Venezia, the Hotel Venezia in Venice, I guess is why it's called that.
Okay.
And it was nice. It was actually pretty nice. All the updates they made. Still, the door goes right to the outside world, like a motel. It's more like the Motel Venezia, but and we had 20 people. We had 20 people come, which is better than 13.
Yes.
I say that because there were 13 in the morning. It was
I'd argue it's better than 19.
Yeah.
I mean,
Slightly. It was. I say 13 specifically because that morning there were only 13 tickets sold.
Yeah.
And the booker told me, "Hey, there's only 13 tickets sold," and I was like, "That's fine." Obviously I've done shows for less people.
Enjoy your 5-hour drive down here.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Now, right before showtime, she texted me and was like, "Hey, we're up to 20 now," which is great. 20 is for me. 20 is a good threshold of that's the minimum to have a really good show. I feel like.
Right.
I feel like once you hit 20, I feel like the pressure's off a little bit. It doesn't feel like a failure once you hit 20. Now, I was not aware how big the room was.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
But even in a big room, if you can seat them correctly, 20 is not bad. Even at the Comedy Zone that seats 300, if you get 20 people, it's not great. But if you can get them all to sit together in the front, you can focus and it's fine.
Work.
You know where 20 people was an absolute just abysmal showing because the room was so terrible was the old comedy club off a beach.
Yeah.
The Comedy Club of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Shout out...
Steve?
Yeah, it was Steve, right? That was
Steve,
his name?
yeah.
Shout out Steve, who is either dead or in prison.
Probably
Which
both.
is probably true, actually, considering Steve. Yeah, that was like a grocery store that had been converted or something, right? It had to be.
It was
It was just an open space.
so much space.
That was it. There was he didn't even make an effort to kind of close that space in a little bit at all. Put up some curtains or something, or decorate it or something. It was just a wide open space with tables.
But I remember doing it and it being full.
I've done it. Yeah,
it's
been full.
When Steve was running it, I don't know if he just had an email list of 1 million people, but
I've done full nights there.
Yeah.
I had done full nights there, but when there's 20 in that room, it's bad. It's rough. 20 people in that, whatever it was, 300 to 400 seater. I don't even know how many. I think it was more than the Comedy Zone.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
But
easily
I
more.
don't. Yeah, I don't know. They weren't regularly selling 300 or 400 seats, but I think it could seat 300 or 400 people. I mean, if I were him, I would have divided that room in half. I would have divided it in half and made it 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Do an event space and the comedy club, or do a restaurant and that costs more money, I guess, but do a restaurant, like a bar and restaurant and a comedy club or something like that.
Or a place to mill around before you're seated.
Yeah, just like the Comedy Zone have a front bar for people to hang out, and then you have the club. I would have divided that space for sure if I were Steve, but it was when the room was full, it was fine. It was good. But yeah, when it was not full, it was not good. But this place in Venice, it was a big ballroom, but they did a good job of seating everybody up in the middle, up in the front. It was perfect for that. They had set it up so that they turned off all the lights in the back of the room, so it kind of made it seem like it was smaller. Really good setup, good show. I had a really good time with these folks. But my wife had a math conference the day before on Wednesday in
That's a party.
Yeah, in Fort Myers.
Okay.
And so we went down Wednesday to meet her in Fort Myers, and then we were going to go to Venice the next day. It's only about an hour drive then to Venice. So she had the hotel, so it was nice. 2 nights of free hotels, pretty nice.
Very nice, yeah.
So I'm looking up the comedy club in Fort Myers, it's a Snappers there. It used to be Laugh-In. Did you ever do Laugh-In when it was
No,
Laugh-In?
but I did the Snappers.
You've done the Snappers in Fort Myers? Because there's 3 Snappers now. There's the Fort Myers Snappers. There's the... what's that? It's near Tarpon Springs. What's that place called? I forget. And then there's one up in the Panhandle area, I think.
Yeah, I did the Fort Myers one
Yeah.
with Joe Latham.
The Fort Myers one, I did it when it was Laugh-In. So I haven't been since it became a Snappers. But I looked up who was there, and lo and behold, it was Kellen Erskine. on Wednesday at the Snappers. And I was like, and which he was coming to Jacksonville the next day, which I did not open for him because I was doing the Venice show.
Right.
And so I messaged him. I was like, hey, any chance I can get a guest set on that show? I'd love to stop in. I haven't done the club since it became a Snappers. And he said, actually, the show's full. I can't really squeeze you in. I don't have the clout at this place to squeeze you in. But are you free Friday? And I said, yeah, why? He said, I'm going to be in Orlando Friday doing a show at a place called The Bow Spot. It's sold out, but I don't have an opener. And it'd be great if you could come open for me and take tickets. And I was like, sounds good. I'll do it. Which I'll be, just stop in Orlando on the way back.
Right.
Perfect situation. Did the show. It was a sold out show. It was awesome. Kellen and I caught up. I hadn't seen him in a few years.
He hadn't talked to you or responded to you.
I know. I had texted him a few times to get on a couple of his shows. Had not responded in a couple of years. But I mean, it was like we were. I mean, it was fine. Like he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, sorry, I haven't been messaging you." We talked. Like it was like just like old times. It was like there was, it's like we had. It was as if we hadn't what a double negative. It was as if it hadn't been very long. Like we caught up. It was fine. And then
normal guy time.
Normal guy time. Yeah. So it was fine. It was a really good show. And he said, "Hey, I'm coming back in August. I'm doing the Panhandle in August. Do you want to do those shows with me too?" So I'm doing a couple shows. I'm doing a show in Mobile, Alabama, and a show in Niceville, Florida, on August 21st and 22nd with Kellen. I had never heard of Niceville until I got booked there.
I would have assumed that was a joke town.
Exactly, yeah. But they're about an hour and a half from each other, Mobile, Alabama, and Niceville.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I'm doing those shows in August. Then I had him on the podcast, and I said, "Hey, because I was missing the whole week. I was gone the whole week, and we couldn't get together to record the podcast." And I said, "Hey, is it okay if I try to get Kellen on the podcast?" She said, "Great." So I recorded the podcast. We sat and did a whole hour episode. Great episode. I mean, he was on, like, we had just gotten done with the show. So we're both like kind of on and sparking and everything. Show's going, podcast going great. That night I get home. I didn't end up staying at a hotel that night. I just drove home. I saved the money and drove home. I sit down. I'm like, all right, I better listen to this audio and get it ready for broadcast. Nothing. No file, not even a file. Nothing got recorded. The thing is like it showed me that it was recording. Like I made sure it was recording, and then I hit record, and it recorded, counted down the counter. When I hit stop, it did the little hourglass thing to let me know it was thinking, and then it never saved the file. And the same thing happened to me in Venice, but I thought it was my fault. I thought I did something wrong at Venice. So I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, I must have just not hit the button right. Because it had never I had this device for a month. Right. Never once happened like that. So it happened again. Although it did record my show with Kellen. It recorded mine and Kellen's sets fine. But then literally 5 minutes, I literally hit stop, moved the recorder over to the table so we could sit down, and hit record again. And then in that amount of, I don't know what happened. So I was furious and then panicked because this also had repercussions in the future, meaning this is the thing I was planning on using to record our special.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't want to take any chances. So I looked up Amazon if I could return it. I was 1 day past the return window. But they let me return it anyway, which was great. I returned it, bought the newer model because I just didn't want to take any chances. Bought a brand new SD card, and hopefully that means that we won't have any problems. But the show was great. I had a great weekend of shows. Really fun time. Really good time. So,
excellent.
Anyway, that's my story for the week. All right. Moving forward. What did we decide on for the topic? Oh, today's topic is World Wide Web Day. Is that what we decided on?
Yeah, that is apparently what we've decided upon.
We just decided.
We just decided this second. I have done no research for the topic except for being born except for growing up in the 90s. That is my only research for the World Wide Web, the origins of the World Wide Web.
I know as a fact that it is something that Al Gore invented.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you Thank you, Al Gore, our Lord and Savior of the internet, for being the creator of the internet, so that we could all waste our time.
Do you think that's why the computer uses algorithms?
Yeah, that's exactly. Tell me that was somebody else. Is that a thing, or did you just come up with that?
I just came up with it. It's probably a thing,
why
but
they're
I didn't
called
know about
algorithms.
it. Algorithms.
I personally love the irony that he has been credited with inventing the World Wide Web, and now we have data centers, which are going to cause.
Yeah, right. And he's an environmentalist, and the World Wide Web has basically destroyed the environment.
He's gonna need a bigger lift
Yeah.
to point out where that chart is going.
Yeah, that seems like it's an inconvenient truth.
Yeah.
Much like all the inconvenient inconsistencies from that that documentary.
I don't mind Al Gore. Like,
I do.
I mean, like, as far as I will say this: at the time, like, people didn't like Al Gore because he was stiff or whatever. He was robotic or whatever. And, like, people preferred Bill Clinton's personality, I guess, because he was more charismatic and stuff. That's why, Al Gore was the vice president and Clinton was the president. But I feel like it's flipped. Like, people don't like Bill Clinton's personality anymore. Like, because they think he's sleazy, which he is, honestly. Whether you voted for him or not, I think at this point everybody knows he's a little bit of a sleazeball. But and Al Gore, people seem to like Al Gore's personality now. Like, it's kind of flipped. Like,
I think people have seen too many episodes of The Big Bang Theory if they like Al Gore.
was he on The Big Bang Theory?
No, it's just he's got that really weird autism style personality.
Right, yeah, sure. Maybe that's why people like him now, because now he fits in. And now he fits in with
now we
most
accept
people.
him. Yes.
Now we accept him because he's on the spectrum. But he also, I feel like, had a better sense of humor than Bill Clinton. Because he was a regular voice on Futurama. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And the Vice Presidential Rangers. It was Al Gore and the Vice Presidential Rangers, and their job was to protect the space-time continuum. Like that. Like, I feel like he had a sense. And I actually heard some podcasts of people who were speechwriters at the time. Clinton and Gore were there, and they always said, like, Bill Clinton would never take their jokes. Like, they'd write jokes for him. And then, now, that being said, some presidents don't, they want to be serious. But Bill Clinton didn't, though. Like, he liked to joke, but he would always want to write his own jokes, and they were always never good, like they said.
So I think what is happening there, he, and I don't know if this was him intentionally doing it, but he had such high charisma and he was so likable that I think him joking around would have been a little bit too much.
That could be true. That could be true. So maybe he knew what he was doing as far as that's concerned. Yeah. But they always talked about how Al Gore had a really good sense of humor, and he would like their joke. He'd use their jokes a lot in his speeches because they at the time, I don't know if every president does this. I'm not sure that our current president uses speechwriters, but
he gets bullet points.
Yeah, maybe. Does he use them? I don't know if every president is like this, but they had, like, their speechwriters, and then they had joke writers too, like that worked with the speechwriters to insert jokes into the speeches and stuff. Because I think for the speechwriters, they want somebody who can look up facts and things like that and make sure they're saying the right thing. And then they have a guy. I don't know if you trust the guy who writes jokes for a living to also then make sure that everything he's saying is factual. So they had separate joke writers and speech writers that they worked with. I don't know if all presidents do that, but I don't know. I always felt like people seem to have the background. People always seem to like Al Gore, kind of like he had a better sense of humor, kind of thing. I don't know. How do you feel, Wes? Who'd you vote for? You vote for Al Gore?
I don't know. I think I was 8 at the time.
Yeah. I don't remember if I was ever old enough to have ever voted for Al Gore when he ran.
I was old enough to not vote for him.
Yeah, I wasn't, because when he ran with Clinton, I was probably in elementary school, and then I wasn't. I don't think I was 18 yet when he ran against.
He ran against Bush, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I was 18. 18 yet.
You should have been.
Yeah, I think I was.
Oh, it was, when was it?
2000.
Yeah, I wasn't 18 yet.
No, I wasn't 18 in 2000.
I wasn't 18 in 2000.
You weren't? Okay.
Nope, me neither.
No, I wasn't 18 until 2011. No, just kidding.
2004.
I'm just trying to yes and the joke we made last time when I accidentally said how old I was
Yeah.
on the air, and I tried to pretend like I was born 10 years later.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. 2000. Yeah, I was.
I graduated high school in 2002.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just incredibly old.
Yeah, you're way older than we are.
Yeah, you're the old one.
Yeah. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know. I now I feel like it. Okay.
Bobby has to say today is with a question mark. Like,
Today is. Is it still
Thursday?
I'm not following.
We know.
When did your household get the internet? Growing up. No, you were like 30 though when you.
Yeah.
No, when did your house? I remember my parents got the internet. The first time we got the internet was when we. By the way, we had a old computer for a long time. We had a Tandy 1000 is what it was called.
Oh, those are.
You remember
cool.
Tandy
Yeah.
1000s?
Yeah.
The off-white. I don't know if it started off-white. I don't know if I ever remember what the original. I don't know if it came off-white or it just got yellowed over time.
I think it came off white.
It came off-white?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. A lot of electronics like that, like, were that weird off-white color. And Tandy 1000, I mean, it might have come out in the 70s, maybe.
Well, there was the
I mean,
TRS-80, right? That was.
Was that the 70s?
I think that was the first one.
It was the first personal computer.
And it may
Home
have.
computer.
Yeah, but I don't think it came with a screen. I think you had it was separate like that.
Oh.
You bought that and then hooked it up to a monitor.
So ours, the Tandy 1000, did have a separate. There was a screen. I can't remember if the screen and the computer were together or not. But we had a printer. I remember that. It was the printer with the holes in it.
The document.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember the only thing I ever did on it was type projects, type reports or whatever. And I made we played video game. We had video games on it.
Right. Yeah.
We had Jeopardy. We had Pipe Dreams. We had Load Runner. You ever play that game? That's an old one.
Load Runner.
Yeah.
No.
We had we had a couple basketball games. We had Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. That's how old that was.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Not even Michael Jordan.
Yeah. No.
It was Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. I remember getting that, and we had the Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, the classics. I don't think we had. I can't remember if we had anything else. I think we had a Trivial Pursuit PC version, and they were on the giant floppy disks.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The 5-inch floppy, is that what they were called, or 4-inch? No mouse, just a keyboard. We did have a joystick though that we plugged in.
Okay.
But you had
Yeah.
to get the game started. Then once the game got started, unplug the keyboard and then plug in the joystick, because we had to be able to hit enter and stuff on the keyboard to get to the menu.
Yeah. You had to boot up through MS-DOS.
Yeah, we had to put the MS-DOS disk in first.
Yep.
Because there's no hard drive. So we had to put the MS-DOS in first to boot it up. Then once it was booted up, then we take that out and put the game in. Now, it had 2 floppy drives, but they did not work that way to where we could put the MS-DOS in, and the other one was strictly for copying. So, like, you could copy a disk with the second drive, but you couldn't use the 2 drives together, which was a big deal. My parents upgraded. They sprung for the 2 disk drives, which I don't know when that came out. I know it was like we had it in the 80s, but it could have come out in the 70s. I don't even know how old it was.
Well, the TRS-80 came out in 77.
Whew.
So I'm assuming
So Tandy 1000 probably came out.
Tandy 1000 came out later.
Yeah. So probably the 80s. Could have been like late 70s, but
November of 1984.
84.
Wow.
Okay, that makes sense.
7 years later.
Yeah.
What about the Commodore 64?
Yeah, the Commodore 64 was a big one.
That was a video game though. That like came out.
No, Commodore was a computer.
Was
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like rival of the Atari.
It could have been, but it was a PC though. But I think a lot of people played games on it though. Like it was
Yes.
known as being a game PC. It was like the first gaming PC, I think.
If you could.
And then when we say gaming,
Like
it's not what
Pong.
you think. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it had a better processor for games, and so people did play a lot of games on it. And I think like most of the Atari games came out for PC too at that time, during the Commodore 64 era.
We ended up with a computer. I think my sophomore year of high school, which has been like 2001. We got a Gateway when Gateway was selling computers to everybody. And that was the first we had internet. But my friend Ben his dad had a laptop
Oh.
that they had the internet first, and we'd had to hook it up to the phone line, and then nobody could call.
Yeah.
If anybody called,
Yep.
it would kick you back off the internet.
Yeah, we got a similar kind of we had that Tandy 1000 for a long time, and then sometime in the 90s we got a updated PC, and it was I'm gonna say it was an IBM. I think it was IBM, which doesn't make computers anymore.
They don't.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah.
They're Lenovo now.
Okay.
That's what Lenovo is. IBM became, I don't know if they merged, but now everything IBM is now Lenovo. So I guess they do still make computers, but there's no IBM brand anymore.
I think they're still a company.
There might be still a company. But
I think they're
know-
making
what software and stuff. Or?
conductors. I think they're making
okay.
microchips and things.
That could be, but they don't. Like now, they don't have. There's no computer with the brand IBM on it anymore.
I think what they focus on is business machines that are international.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what the I is? International?
Yeah.
International Business Machine. That sounds like you're an alien named that company. Like or a you know what's funny? It sounds like a company named by AI, and AI didn't even exist yet.
Or some Pakistani.
Yeah.
It's at the
Like,
IBM
it's
at
an
the
international
Pakistan.
business machine.
That's a slang word that the British use.
Ibum.
Yeah, we had that. Had a hard drive on it. All that it had games. We had that for a while. It was and that was the first computer we had with the internet. And then when I was in high school, my parents got a better PC that could play like Madden and stuff on it. Like I remember getting Madden for Christmas to play on the PC. By the way, my parents were we had a ban on game systems. We were not allowed to buy, like they would not let us have a Nintendo in the house or anything like that or a Sega or whatever in the house. But for some reason they let us get games for our PC. I don't know why. They didn't ban us from playing video games. They just didn't want to buy a game system for our house.
I understand that the cost involved. That's
Yeah, but they could have afforded it. Or they wouldn't even let me buy one. Like I wanted to buy a Game Boy one time with my own money, with like Christmas money, and they wouldn't let me buy it.
okay.
They said I wasn't allowed to own a game system.
You remember the Game Boy had the link where you
Yeah.
could connect one to the other?
Yeah.
And I think Tetris was the only game. I don't know if
That
any other
mattered
game.
for? Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
think
I don't
of
know
another
any other game you could connect to it,
Yeah.
but Tetris connected to it.
I think the other Tetris-y games worked with it, like Dr. Mario.
Oh, I love
I think
Dr.
you could
Mario
play Dr.
still.
Mario like that.
There was a kid in our neighborhood who had a Game Boy, and he was the only one that did. So we'd go and we'd take turns, one person playing it, and everyone else would play tag. And then when they lost at Tetris, whoever was tagged last would like jump in.
Be their
And,
turn.
Yeah, that's how we spent many a summer day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the internet in the 90s, and actually we got the computer before we got the internet, and then got the internet. It had a modem though. It had a modem and everything, but then we got the internet like a couple years after getting that computer. And my kids will never know that sound. Never know that sound of dialing into the internet.
Yeah.
Where you get the where you
I apologize.
open
everyone, I did
the
that.
you open the program, it makes the auto dial sound the beep, 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 and then all of the fax machine sounds, and then you're on the internet.
Did you have AOL?
I'm sure we did at one point,
Yeah.
because everyone got that trial.
Yep.
And
You got
Yes.
I
got
think
the
we had
CD in the mail.
AOL to try it out, and then we got a Netscape one to try it out. And I think my parents ended up going with Netscape. I think we had Netscape.
Yeah, I was
for a
thinking about
long time.
Netscape the other day. Like, whatever happened to Netscape?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's in prison or dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is that AOL has stuck around somehow. My mother-in-law still has an AOL email address.
Yeah, I will
Yes.
get that.
How is that even possible?
So I have a very good friend of mine who runs IT and a couple other things at a fairly large public institution, and he has people apply for roles there, and the first thing he does is he screens, and if they have an AOL email address, they're automatically out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, nope, you cannot work here if you have that. You obviously know nothing about IT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember AOL and remember Juno? Do you remember that?
I do.
Did you have a Juno email?
No.
That was the first email I got that wasn't like, I don't know. It was like, first of all, it was free. You didn't have to pay for it to get a Juno email. And you could get it. It was weird. It had its own program. Like, you didn't need to have the World Wide Web to be able to use it. You just needed a modem to be able to access it. I don't know how it worked, but you could you dialed in still,
Right.
But you didn't need to have like Netscape or AOL to use Juno. It was its own program. Like, you installed the program on your computer, and then you could access your
Its
email.
own thing.
Yeah,
I had Prodigy for a while.
I don't remember Prodigy.
I had a Hotmail.
Yeah, I had a Hotmail for sure.
Hotmail,
That was the first web-based email where
Yeah.
you didn't have to have it on your computer anymore.
I also had one. It was Bigfoot. And,
I don't remember that one.
And what Bigfoot was is it allowed. It was one of the first ones that compiled all of the different email addresses. And you like, hey, you've got all these email addresses. Just use this one, and like it would still, if somebody sent it to one of the old ones, it would route it for you.
I remember this. Yeah, I think I did that for a while when I was like worried about having a new email address.
Yes. Yeah.
But then obviously, who doesn't have a Gmail address at this point?
Yeah,
Like-
I still feel silly that I've got two. I've got my Gmail address, and I've got the same thing as Yahoo, but the Yahoo one I just use. So I'm like, okay, I know this one's gonna get spammed.
I have the same thing, the exact same thing. I have a Gmail and a Yahoo.
That's how I was with my Hotmail account when I got the Gmail. It's like the Hotmail account's the spam account.
Yeah.
And the Gmail account is, but now I don't. Now my Gmail account has become the spam account, like my main Gmail account.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to an agent, and she was telling me about how the comedy world works, and she's like, get a Gmail. It's like, that's how people send things.
Yes.
Get rid of Yahoo
Yeah.
and grow up and be an adult. We send things over Gmail. We use G files and G that. It's like, oh, that does make sense.
Well, yeah, everything because every Gmail account comes with 5 gigabytes of storage. You can send stuff on a Gmail account. Like, whenever I send a video, like a upload of a video to somebody, like, it's like I send it through Google Drive. It's like everything's integrated now with Google. Google owns the world at this point.
Yeah, and it makes sense because Al Gore definitely founded Google.
Yeah.
Just in the shadows.
Yeah. Did you know Google's not the parent company though?
It's Alphabet.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
No,
You
so what they did, it started off as Google, then they created Alphabet to be the parent
To
company.
be the parent company.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean it's the same thing.
Because they're such good people. They're like, we need to have oversight, and we decided we're gonna oversight ourselves. We're so good that we can just keep track of ourselves. We're gonna be our own parents,
Yeah.
and it has worked out. The Earth has never been as good as it is now.
One
with
thing-
Google in charge.
One thing bureaucracy is good at is monitoring itself.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, remember when Google first came out? Remember that? And it was like, it was the speed at which it would give you results. That was always their thing. It's like, we'll give you results faster than anybody else
Because of their algorithm.
because of the algorithm. And if you,
Thank you, Wes.
but
You're welcome.
they also put things in their search engine that, like, jokes, like they were, obviously they started doing the thing where, like, the Google logo would change based on the holiday or somebody's birthday or a death or something like that. But very first iteration of Google, you could type in, if you typed in "more evil than Satan," if you typed in those exact words, remember the "I'm feeling lucky" button? Do you think
Yeah.
that still exists? Does the "I'm feeling lucky" button still exist?
I'll find out if it's
The
on-
"I'm feeling
on here.
lucky" button, for all you Gen Zers out there, the "I'm feeling lucky" button, you would type it into Google, and then instead of hitting search, you would hit "I'm feeling lucky," and it would just take you to the first website that of the search results. Which I bet it's not there anymore.
I don't see it.
But it would take you to whatever the first hit would be. And if you typed in "more evil than Satan" and then hit "I'm feeling lucky," it would take you to the Microsoft website. That was like the first joke that Google did in their search engine.
So AI says that Google removed the button driven by changes in user habits and business choices. So they removed it for no apparent reason.
Yeah, for no reason.
That's what that means.
Probably because people were like done with the joke.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who, so when search engines became bigger, like where it became very clear that everyone was going to be using search engines to get anywhere on the web, this guy invented the algorithm and the software to prioritize what shows up. So before this, it was just kind of the Wild West. Like, stuff would show up. I'm not even sure what order things would be in. Different search engines would have different orders. Like, I don't know if some of them did alphabetical, some of them based on how long the website's been there. So this guy's like, hey, you can make it any order you want just by doing this and this and this. So he invented a way to make certain websites show up first, and then he sold that. He would sell that. Like, websites would pay him to make that possible.
So he's the father of search engine optimization.
Yes.
SEO.
And I don't know if he invented search engine optimization, but he certainly was a filthy rich person who had done something to do that. Like, he was a software engineer or something. Like, he was a smart guy. He was like a genius. So I don't know if he invented search engine optimization, but he certainly had the software for it. He's the one who like created the software or whatever, and it became, obviously took off after that. But I remember he was like he had a box at the Super Bowl. Like, that's how rich he was.
Nice.
Like that, it was crazy. Like, he was like the richest person I'd ever met in my life was this guy. And I don't even remember what the name of the company was or anything.
It was Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
The real loser of the whole internet. Poor Jeeves, our online butler.
That company now, I think is now known as Enron. No, Ask Jeeves. Remember that? Did you ever even use it? I don't think I ever used it.
I did,
once.
yeah.
You did?
Ask Jeeves was first, and then Yahoo took over.
Yahoo was after Ask Jeeves?
Yeah.
I thought Ask Jeeves was there as a response to other search engines. Like, our search engine will give you curated responses kind of stuff.
Ask Jeeves. If it wasn't first, it was close to first.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I do think it's funny that it took so long for Google or whoever just to figure out, like, if you type in the website wrong, just show me the search results. Like, don't act like why. If you it used to be, if you type, our kids will never know this ridiculousness. If you typed in a website wrong by one letter or whatever, obviously it shouldn't take you to that website because it should. But if you did type it in wrong, it would just be like, you're an idiot. There's nothing like that. Like, this doesn't exist. Why are you even doing this? And it's like, just show me some search results then.
We'll also show you the search results for it spelled correctly.
Yeah, right.
Oh, thank you.
So Ask Jeeves was there, and Yahoo was not the original name of Yahoo.
What was it?
It was something like Dave's Magic Internet Search.
Really?
Something like, yeah, it was a ridiculous name that I'm going to have to look up now. And this is exciting right here.
I like this is how quick the internet is now. We all have it on our phone.
Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web.
There we go.
That's what Yahoo was?
I wonder what happened to Jerry or Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead or in prison.
We hope so. Because, I mean, they're obviously war criminals.
They killed Jeeves.
Yeah.
They killed Jeeves.
What was the first social media thing you had?
MySpace.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Friendster was before MySpace, but I never had a Friendster.
I had a MySpace, but I did nothing with it and disliked it immensely.
I had a MySpace, and I was all in with MySpace for a good year, like a good maybe a little bit longer. But MySpace had this thing where you could hack your profile and make it all kinds of images or whatever. You just put in code, and then it would like make your profile like Mario themed or something like that.
Right.
And then then they had this thing where you could play music straight. Like as soon as you went to your MySpace page, it would start playing music.
Yeah.
And you could have a playlist, and then the top 8 spaces. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
That was controversial.
A many
Caused
arguments.
a lot of problems. The top 8 spaces.
And it didn't matter if you changed it to a top 12 or a top 16. Nobody cared. If you were above somebody else,
yeah.
Then people got butthurt about it.
So, have you guys been to your MySpace page?
I don't think I can get
recently?
to it.
I haven't been to my MySpace page since before MySpace went away.
So I don't know if it's still around, but I want to say like maybe 5 years ago, I remember there were these pictures I had of me and my wife when we were dating. We were on MySpace when we were dating. And I remember thinking, like, I wonder what happened to those pictures. I wonder if my MySpace still exists. I don't know the password or anything, but I went to MySpace was still around, and I found my MySpace page. It still existed, and my photos were all there, and I just downloaded them from the MySpace page. But this was at least 5 years ago.
Yeah,
so who knows now?
I used PhotoBucket because remember you had to upload your photos to like a third party and get the code. And then you put the code on your MySpace and it would show your pictures. So all my pictures were in PhotoBucket. And then PhotoBucket's like, hey, we're getting rid of your account because you haven't used it. You can get your pictures or you can pay like $9.99 a month or whatever to keep your PhotoBucket open. But there's no reason to have a PhotoBucket anymore. So.
Well, especially like, I mean, there's so much online storage now. Also, like Amazon Prime, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you have unlimited photo storage online. So like you can just keep track of it there.
One thing that I also love irony wise is Justin Timberlake bought a majority share of MySpace.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And tried to
he did do that
to revive it using some of the money that he made from the Facebook movie.
Yeah, right. That's right. He was in a
Social
Facebook
Network.
movie.
Yeah.
You know what's fun? Remember when Facebook came out? And we're like, this isn't gonna take off. Like, you can't even put music and images. Like, you can't even change the theme of your Facebook page. And you at the time when it first came out, you had to have a college email address.
Yes,
it was only for people who were students.
Exclusivity.
Yeah, and little did we know that was what everyone craved in the entire world.
Yes.
I remember watching the Today Show when Twitter came out. When Twitter launched. Yeah. And Justin Bieber was like the first one on Twitter. And then, like, man, I should have got on there then.
Yeah. I remember somebody describing Twitter to me as a 64 character email to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that sounds terrible.
It was always funny when Twitter and Instagram came out. I was always like, aren't they just separating the things that are in Facebook?
Yeah.
Like, because it was like, here, we have something you can put pictures on now. I can put pictures on Facebook. Oh, here's something you can write your thoughts. I was like, well, you can do that on Facebook. Here's some, and then TikTok's like, here's the video one. And then it's like, now they're all like the same. Now it's like, Instagram and TikTok are all the same. Facebook is still a little bit unique, maybe. I don't know. Even Facebook's the same.
Yeah, I will scroll Facebook because there's things that aren't videos.
That's true. Yeah.
Occasionally.
Well, if you want to know what your friends are up to, it's still Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, Instagram, but Instagram still doesn't do you can't people will try to get around it. Like they really desperately want their thoughts on Instagram because they have a bigger following or whatever. So they'll screenshot their Facebook and then post it as a picture on Instagram to try to do that, which I always think is it feels like a boomer thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many people do it.
It feels like printing out directions.
Yeah, right? But it's but if you want to know what your friends are up to, obviously Facebook is still the gold standard. Like, Instagram will tell you what your friends are doing on vacation. But
I will be right back. I've got to grab something.
Well, this is
all right. Well,
we've never been in alone before.
do you remember? I remember one of the first websites when my friend got the internet that we went to was the Furby website.
Why?
I don't know. Furbies had just come out, and I was like, "Oh, we've got the internet. We're gonna try it out." Typed it in, and it took 30 minutes for the video to load on the Furby website. I remember that.
Oh, I remember the first website I ever went to. It just came into my head. It was the Animaniacs website. That was the first website I ever went to, and you could listen. You could I don't think they had video when I went, but you could listen to the songs. They had the songs you could play from the website.
I had the Animaniacs soundtrack.
Yeah, I had it too.
So good.
Yeah, Animaniacs was, shout out Animaniacs. I tried to watch it with my kids, and I don't know. They gave it a chance, but I feel like, there's something about it that makes it more... my kids watch it and they're like, "What is this?" They don't get it. I think.
Well, I think the cartoons for kids now are so dialed in on how to.
I also feel like Animaniacs, watching it holds up to adults now.
Yeah.
Watching it now, it holds up to adults, but I think the reason why it doesn't hit with our kids is because they don't have the Warner Brothers relationship anymore. Warner Brothers was so big, it's like Looney Tunes and Warner Brothers and all of their properties, the DC properties and stuff like that, and especially in the animated world, and Animaniacs made fun of all that, so you understood all the references.
So it's the pop culture references that they don't get.
They don't get the pop culture references.
It's the same thing with my son has just started watching Family Guy. And he doesn't get the pop culture references to the 80s and the 90s. So he doesn't get it. And those just go right by him.
I remember in high school, my friend trying to explain Family Guy to me one time. And he's like, it's, there's this dog. The dog can talk. And he just sounds like a normal dude. And then there's the baby. And the dog and the baby are having this conversation. By the way, the baby can talk too, and he's super smart. He's a genius. And I was like, what is this show? I didn't know what it was.
So it's like The Simpsons? No.
Yeah. But what we were just talking about, what's the first website you ever went to? Do you have any remembrance of that?
The first website I went to, I was definitely in college.
So, let's see, how old were you? Colonoscopy.com or something?
Why does it burn? .com.
It was almost...
Finally, I can find out. Now that we have thank you, Al Gore. I can finally ask Jeeves.
It was almost undoubtedly something about Area 51.
I remember it it changed the game for school projects, having the internet. You remember that? That was insane. to be able to
Yeah.
have access to information.
Well, I remember going to the library and looking at things on like microfiche
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like,
Or
and
like
now
finding a book. Like
Yeah.
just like using the Dewey Decimal System to find a book.
yeah, my son now has used AI to write several papers for him. He's been caught 3 times.
He still keeps doing it, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Now-
He doesn't run it through the filter of the make it not seem like AI filter?
No, use AI to make it not look like AI.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't learned that one yet.
So I've done a couple things where I'm like, what is a good way to say this that's HR appropriate?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I will use it to come up with wording sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I use it on an email every time
Yeah.
because I can't punctuate or capitalize things or write a formal email. So I'll write it how I
Yeah.
want to and then click
Have
the
AI fix it.
Yeah, polish it.
Well, we should probably wrap it up because we want to get to the Orange Park Theater. We're going
to
Orange
the
Park
theater.
We
Woo.
got to get changed into our tuxedos.
There is going to be a theater person there tonight talking about theater stuff.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, what are you're attending that?
Kind of it's something my wife really wanted my son to go to. My son half-heartedly wants to go to it.
My question is, are you going to be there when it's over?
Am I going to be at it ends
Still at the Orange Park
it
Theater?
ends at 9.
So you're probably going to be heading already over to the show.
Yeah, so
maybe.
I'll be leaving.
I
there
only
to-
asked because I was trying to get Travis over to the theater, but he doesn't get off work till like 8. So I was going to see if you were, but he can't come. Well, I don't know. If there's an event going on, I don't know if he can come in.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of people attending. So it's a guy who started theater in this area, like grew up in this area, and then went to like he's been on Broadway and he's touring like with the production of Beetlejuice right now. So like hey, he's a local guy, done well, and there was
Local man makes good. Remember that?
yeah, local man, yeah, but it's like hey,
He'll teach you how to do it for $200.
Yeah.
it's not that much, but that's the
idea.
That's the
He's
idea.
doing
yeah.
real great and needs your $29.
Yes, that's very accurate.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I mean, I definitely want to get there. We want to test out the ramp and stuff anyway. But anyway, today has been World Wide Web Day. Try to remember the first website you ever went to and put it in the comments.
Also, don't forget UK Pakistani slurs.
Yeah.
If you know any.
If you know any, put those in the comments. Our algorithm is going to get real messed up in the next couple days.
Let me buffer it with this. Brian Bates.
Yeah. Brian Bates.
Yeah.
Brian Bates.
We're like number 11 Brian Bates
For some reason.
website.
No, it's better than that. One time we were number 1.
We're the number 1 Brian
Bates searched, like if you search the name Brian Bates in podcast searches, for some reason we were number 1 for a while.
Nice.
I don't know why. More than his own podcast, apparently.
Y'all just talk about Brian Bates a lot.
I don't even.
I like him. I met him in Nashville. It was very nice.
I met him years ago here in Jacksonville. He opened for I just forgot his name. He's Korean, but he's also Irish.
Oh man.
Steve Byrne.
Steve Byrne. He opened for Steve Byrne. He featured for Steve Byrne years ago, and I met him then. This was 13 years ago or whatever.
I met him in 2019-ish. It was at in Nashville at the Christian Comedian Association
That's right,
thing. And everyone there was like, you know who he opens for all the time?
Yeah.
I'm like, who? He's like, Nate Bargatze. I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got no idea who that is.
Who is he?
Some guy.
Nashville comedian.
He's
I think.
he's a local guy.
Yeah.
He's real big in Nashville. All right. Well, obviously, August 8th, please come to the Orange Park Community Theater. Actually, buy tickets first, then come. Yeah. Buy tickets for the Orange Park Community Theater. Please come to the 9 o'clock show.
9 o'clock.
We need you at that 9 o'clock show. We need you there. Please come. Other than that, August 21st, I will be in Mobile, Alabama with Kellen Erskine. August 22nd, I will be in Niceville with Kellen Erskine. And August 28th, new show alert, I will be doing Flats in Jacksonville. August 28th, Flats in Jacksonville. We're planning a show for that day.
They only serve one kind of wing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And flatbed pizza.
Okay.
There we go.
What do you got over here?
Oh, I got Sunday. I'm gonna be at the LOL Jax Film Festival.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Nice.
that was
Doing that, and then I have I'm at the 18th annual Asheville Comedy Festival in Asheville, North Carolina, on the 6th and the 7th of August, and then the 8th we have our special. And then August 29th, I'm opening for Chris Kattan at Cafe 11 in St. Augustine.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any shows coming up, Bobby?
I do. August 7th, I'm going to be performing at Third Space Improv down in St. Augustine. It'll be a nice little warm-up for our August 8th show. And then I have a whole bunch of other random little one-off shows in various parts of Jacksonville and all over. Go to bobbyparkercomedy.com for that, or for the tickets for the August 8th show at 9 p.m.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Wes Johnson, for coming.
Yeah, I love it. Thank
today
you for having me.
is whatever we say it is, and you're here for it. I'm Joey Nickel.
I'm Bobby Parker.
And I'm Wes Johnson.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Today is whatever they say it is, and we're here for it.